They're the cases that keep detectives up at night. The ones that can't be explained. The closure that can't be provided. But the victims are never forgotten. In the next 30 minutes, News Channel 5's Emily Luxen puts mid-state cold cases back in the spotlight, hoping to help victims' families still searching for answers. This is a News Channel 5 special presentation. Never forgotten.
Thanks for joining us for this special report. I'm Emily Luxen. Over the last 9 months, photojournalist Devin Crawford and I have reported on unsolved crimes across Middle Tennessee. Tonight, we will revisit 8 in hopes that you hold the essential clue to heat up these cold cases. We begin with a case that has gone unsolved for 16 years. A woman moved to Nashville to build a better life for her family, but her dreams were cut short when she was brutally murdered. Her daughter says she isn't giving up until the killer is caught.
She was always a happy person. She put a smile on a lot of people's faces.
For Wayne Gerba Michael's daughter says her mom was loved by all who knew her.
She had a really bubbly personality, always very outgoing, energized.
Winnie, as she was known by friends, escaped from war-torn East Africa to settle in Nashville as a refugee. She started her own coffee shop in downtown while taking care of her 2 children. The 34-year-old became a U.S. citizen in 2001.
Going from not speaking any English to owning a business, I thought that was pretty awesome.
Ruta Simon says what started as a routine day on May 4th, 2006, turned into one that's haunted her ever since.
I had missed the bus, and she gave me a ride to school, and not knowing that that would be the last time anyone saw her.
One day later, Metro Police say Winnie's car was found here on Foster Court. It was abandoned, unlocked, and her purse was inside.
I mean, they left everything valuable behind. The car, money, anything of any value was left behind in that car. So they were obviously targeting her.
Address is 520 McMurray, 520 McMurray.
2 days after finding the car, less than a mile away, Winnie's body was discovered along Whitsett Road next to Mill Creek. She had been shot in the head and set on fire.
It almost felt like I was in a horror movie. Like, I didn't believe it at first. My mom was an amazing woman. She had strong faith in God. She had a very outgoing personality.
While Ruta can't understand who would want to kill her mom, she's determined to find out. She's held vigils and shared Winnie's photo and story.
It still feels like it happened yesterday. It's so fresh every time. I think about her every day.
Metro Police Detective Matthew Filter says it's been several years since investigators have received any tips on the case, and there are currently no suspects. But that can change with just one phone call.
Anybody that had any kind of relationship with Winnie, we would request that they come forward and just talk to us.
I can't do this by myself. I really need the community help because somebody knows something.
Ruta hopes answers will come and the 16-year mystery will be solved.
We cannot bring her back, but the least we can do is get some justice for her.
Just one phone call could be all it takes to heat up Winnie's cold case and a homicide case in South Nashville, where the killer robbed the victim of just $7. I spoke to David Martin's parents, who hope they can find closure 15 years after his death.
And I think he was just starting to really reach his potential.
David Martin's parents will never know what their courageous and generous son was capable of achieving.
He was just a wonderful person, you know. It's just hard to believe that you can work so hard and just have it end so abruptly like that.
Chris and Joanne Martin adopted David when he was 13, providing him with a loving home and stability he lacked in his childhood and in the foster care system.
He was raised in an environment where it's okay to lie and it's okay to steal, so that was a little bit for him to overcome. He's number 10, he's right there.
Throughout high school, David found his footing on the soccer field and basketball court.
Well, we got a lot of pleasure out of watching him play.
In 2007, the 26-year-old lived at what was then called the Bavaria Apartments in South Nashville and managed a restaurant.
He had a good job and he was financially secure and on his own.
On August 21st, Metro Police say David returned home around 11:30 at night after picking up a pizza. A young, tall, and skinny man approached him and asked to use his cell phone. When David went to set down the pizza in his apartment, the man forced his way in and robbed David, his brother, and a friend at gunpoint. He got away with $7. David grabbed his gun he had recently bought for protection and confronted the robber. The suspect shot him in the head.
He wasn't involved with any illegal activity. He wasn't doing anything wrong.
David was well known at the apartment complex because he would work as a security guard, patrolling the parking lot at night with his dog in exchange for a discount on rent. However, after his dog bit his brother, he was forced to surrender it. Later that same day, he was killed.
I think that maybe there's some sort of a connection there between him losing his dog and that very day, someone approaching him.
This is my son. He was murdered at his apartment down this road.
With no arrests and no new leads, 1 year after David's death, his parents hit the streets to bring attention to the case.
When your child is murdered, what else do you have to do except try to bring justice to that,
Now, almost 15 years later, Metro Police Detective Matthew Filter says tips from the public are critical to solving the mystery.
There's definitely people out there that know what happened. Based on the way this robbery went down, I would say that this individual has done this exact same thing before.
Chris and Joanne can't help but wonder what David would be doing now.
He wanted to get married. He wanted to open his own restaurant. He had kind of like a scheme in his head to get better.
Even after years filled with grief, anger, and frustration, the Martins still hope answers will come. Detectives do too.
There's nothing that can't be solved. It's just a matter of getting people to come forward and be willing to talk to us.
One face you'll be seeing frequently in this series is Detective Matthew Filter. He's the spokesperson for the Metro Police Department's Cold Case, Homicide, and Missing Persons Unit. We have partnered with this team of detectives to bring you details found inside their case files and to give you updates on where their investigations stand today. This next case has plagued police for decades. What started as a routine day turned into a 40-year-old mystery, leaving a daughter heartbroken and desperate to know what happened to her mom.
I don't know, and I just really want to know.
Yolanda Powers hasn't seen her mom in 40 years.
She would take me a lot of places. She was cool. I miss it. I miss it. She was real cool.
She was just 10 years old when Vida Powers disappeared on May 26, 1982.
At the time, I really didn't know what was going on because I was young, and they just didn't get picked up from daycare on time.
Metro Police say Vida left her home on 9th Avenue South in Nashville to drop Yolanda and her brother at daycare. After picking up her sister and taking her to work, Vida told her she was taking the day off from work at St. Thomas West Hospital and going home. That was the last time anyone ever heard from her or saw her. 4 days later, her car was found abandoned several blocks from her house here on 14th Avenue South near Edge Hill Avenue. Detectives say her glasses were found inside, which leads them to believe foul play was involved.
We knew that Vida had bad eyesight and had a hard time getting around without her glasses. That right away told us that something wasn't right. Something bad had happened to her.
As days turned into weeks with no sign of Vida, concerns grew.
It got to be difficult because Mother's Day was coming by. Her birthday was yesterday, and I wasn't able to do a lot of mother-daughter things.
Through the years, Yolanda turned to family and friends for support, but never stopped thinking about what happened to her mom.
I just want an answer for myself, for my brother, his children, mine, and great-great, and for her mom.
Metro detectives say there is a person of interest in the case, but more evidence is needed to connect him to the crime.
The damage has already been done. I just want you to be respectful enough for her children and her mother to just give us closure.
Even after 4 decades of waiting, Yolanda believes that closure will come.
I always have hope that I will run into her or she would turn up or something, but I'm not gonna ever give up.
Next on Never Forgotten, the death of a local drag performer comes with clear clues that loved ones hope you saw the night of July 27th, 2015. Cases that run cold are especially frustrating for detectives when there were witnesses. A father of 3 was celebrating a friend's birthday with a group when he was shot and killed. Listen closely to this next story. You might know something to launch this investigation to the next level.
When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure.
In front of Nedra Jones's home is a permanent tribute to her youngest son, Montanez Johnson.
Yes, I saw that somewhere and I said, I have to have that because it's beautiful and it's true.
She says her family hasn't been the same since Montanez was murdered 8 years ago.
It's hard, you wake up almost every day thinking that it's a dream. It's sad.
On July 26, 2014, Montanez had just put his daughter to bed and was outside his girlfriend's apartment on University Court celebrating a friend's birthday. Metro Police say a tall and stocky man wearing an orange shirt ran up to the group and shot Montanez, his cousin, and best friend. The 25-year-old was rushed to the hospital but did not survive.
That was the worst day of my life, seeing my son there. Lifeless,
Now that years have gone by, Metro Police hope witnesses will feel more comfortable sharing details about what happened. And that's what detectives need at this point for this investigation to move forward.
Just talk. Whatever any little tip is good.
Detectives say they need something to push their investigation over the top so they can hold someone accountable. While she waits, Nedra relies on her faith and her son's 3 daughters.
And I hate he didn't get to see his children grow up, because he has some beautiful girls.
She believes her son's killer will be caught and her family will find peace.
I pray every day, all day, the answers will finally come.
He was a performer with a bright future ahead of him, but that light was extinguished 7 years ago after a shooting in South Nashville. His mom continues to hold on to hope her son's killer will be caught. Patrick Burdine was happiest when he was in the spotlight.
The first show that I went to, I was just completely in awe.
The 28-year-old moved from Jackson to Nashville to pursue his passion for makeup, dance, and performing. His mom says the last time he was on stage, there was plenty to celebrate.
By the time the show was over, he had about 60-something calls from all over the United States wanting him to come to perform in their city.
9 days later, on July 27, 2015, one of Patrick's neighbors at the Horizon Park Apartments on Packard Drive called police after hearing several gunshots. When officers arrived, they found Patrick unresponsive inside his apartment. Metro Police Detective Matthew Filter says someone shot Patrick multiple times, and he died a short time later.
Whatever happened inside the apartment, and considering that the door was locked, or the apartment was all locked up, we believe that he obviously knew who his attacker was.
One of the biggest clues police have to go on is a witness saw a man who was about 5'10" with no shirt and white pants running from the scene after the shooting. Now investigators say they need someone to come forward with more details. But with no new leads, Patrick's mom is still waiting to find out who killed her son. While she continues to grieve, she relies on the support of family and friends, but most importantly, her faith.
And I have this saying that I've told many of friends, it's okay to visit those dark places, but you can't stay there. So it's God that helps me come out of it.
Despite the loss, there is still hope closure and justice for Patrick will come.
This case can be solved. It's just a matter of getting a few people to cooperate with us.
It would mean a lot to me on this earth here, before I leave here, to know that those guys are behind bars.
A mother of 2 walked into a Nashville fast food restaurant nearly 30 years ago, and no one has seen or heard from her since. The woman's sister-in-law hopes with your help, this case will finally be solved.
Now, this is Pam right here.
As Karen Gifford looks through family photos,
Okay, this is her kids right here, Ashley and Shane.
she's reminded of what her sister-in-law, Pamela Mitchell, has missed since she disappeared,
That's Shane and his daughter.
and how much family members have missed Pamela.
The not knowing is the hardest part.
The 35-year-old Nashville native was outgoing and loved her family, but Karen says she got mixed up with the wrong crowd.
Pam had gotten into drugs and prostitution. But, you know, that shouldn't have mattered. She was still a person.
On August 19th, 1992, Metro Police say Pamela went into this Crystal at West Trinity Lane and Dickerson Pike to get something to eat. She ran into someone she knew, got into a car with him and left. That was the last time anyone saw her.
You hope for the best, but prepare yourself for the worst.
In the days after she vanished, Pamela's family members searched the area for clues, but came up empty. 30 years later, the mystery remains unsolved.
I think at this point we have to pretty much assume that foul play was involved. She's been missing for this long and has had no contact with family at all.
Metro Police Detective Matthew Filter says Pamela lived and hung out in the area where she disappeared, and he believes others who did the same can help investigators.
Even if they don't have any direct knowledge of what exactly happened to her, just some of the information about her habits and just her life in general might help us or lead us in the right direction.
Karen hopes people who may have been afraid to talk to police 30 years ago will now come forward with tips on the case.
You might think it's small or it's nothing, but that might be the one word or one key that finds her.
And finding Pamela or finding answers would provide the closure her family has been waiting for.
Oh, it would mean the world to me. It would put me at peace, and I would know that she would be at peace now.
Next on Never Forgotten, it's as if he vanished into thin air. A 2-block walk home ends in a case that stumped detectives for close to a decade. It is hard evidence that in some cases can send a suspect straight to prison when a killer is caught on camera. That's what happened in a violent robbery and deadly shooting. But 14 years later, no one has been arrested. See if you can recognize who pulled the trigger.
He was a jokester. He laughed a lot.
When Jackie Russell looks at photos of her son Marcus McGee,
Definitely.
it's impossible not to smile.
He loved cracking jokes. He loved to laugh. Everything was funny. Everything was funny.
After playing football and graduating from Whites Creek High School, the 19-year-old began taking classes at Nashville State Community College with a goal of working in sports medicine. He also started a new job at the Swifty gas station on Dickerson Pike.
He said Swifty, and I'm like, the gas station? Seriously? Yeah, I thought I'd try something different. I hated the idea.
On April 28, 2008, Marcus locked up the station for the night, but surveillance video shows 2 masked men forced him back inside. They broke open the safes, attacked Marcus, and stole his cell phone. When Marcus tried to run away, one of the men shot him. He died in the parking lot.
At this point, you lose it. You just kind of can't believe that your firstborn has been killed unnecessarily.
As Metro Police canvassed the crime scene, Jackie anxiously waited to find out who killed her son.
I figured, maybe a couple of weeks, a month, maybe, we'd be going to court. They've arrested someone. Nothing.
Metro Police say even though years have passed, they still hope someone will recognize the suspects and come forward with information that will help them solve the case. Metro Police say one man in the video was about 5'8" and slender. The other was around 6'5" and husky.
We found through other investigations, it seems to be very difficult for these guys to commit these crimes and not talk about it at some point.
While Jackie continues to wait for justice for Marcus, she's relied on her faith, family, and friends.
Never thought I'd live this long and never get to an ending. I don't have closure. Don't know who's responsible.
Still, she believes the day will come when she will get answers and find peace.
If it was your brother, sister, your, child, you'd want closure. And that's all I want is some closure.
From evidence caught on camera to what seems like zero to go on, a man walking home vanishes without a trace. Almost 10 years later, it's a disappearance that still baffles Metro Police and has left his family devastated.
This table makes me keep hope alive.
Photos of her son, Ivan Moore, and her collection of lighthouses bring comfort to Anna Moore on dark days.
I'm hurt. I'm just very strongly hurt.
The 33-year-old was a Nashville native who graduated from Hillsborough High School, where he played football and baseball. He attended Lambeth College and was a father of 3.
He was a good person. He helped people. It's nothing he wouldn't do for no one.
On January 13, 2013, Metro Police say Ivan was at a friend's home on North 2nd Street watching football. He left to walk 2 blocks home to Richardson Avenue, but never arrived and hasn't been seen since.
It was devastating for me, and I panicked. I literally panicked.
Ivan's family and Metro Police searched the neighborhood but came up empty-handed. Almost 10 years later, Detective Matthew Filter with the Metro Police Department's Cold Case Unit says investigators still don't have a lot to work with.
There is absolutely no sign of him at all. He just disappeared.
Metro Police say with no clues and no new tips, this investigation has stalled. That's why they're asking for help trying to figure out what happened to Ivan.
If anybody can give us a better idea as to his pattern of life around the time he disappeared would be very helpful.
Anyone that knows any kind of information, please come forward, please come forward.
While the house where Ivan was last seen is now gone and the neighborhood has changed, Anna's heartbreak remains the same.
His children miss him, his siblings miss him, and most of all, I miss him terribly.
Anna believes her prayers will be answered and her family will find the closure they've been waiting for.
But I'm not giving up. I never give up.
While there is still a long list of unsolved cases, new technology is providing new hope. Electronic devices and surveillance cameras, for example, can help place a person in a specific location relative to a crime. DNA has continued to evolve to include forensic genetic genealogy, which helps investigators identify potential suspects when every other tool has failed and put a name to unidentified remains. Since 2009, the Metro Cold Case Unit has solved 66 homicides. As you've heard throughout this program, all it takes is one phone call or one tip with a small detail to heat up the investigation and get justice for family members. If you know anything about any of these cases, call Metro Police, or you can call Crime Stoppers anonymously at the numbers on your screen. This show is dedicated to the victims who lost their lives, the family members who were willing to share their stories with us, and the detectives who are working tirelessly to solve these cases. They will never be forgotten. Good night.